to her stomach. That's how a grandmother described feeling when she learned the driver convicted of killing her grandbaby in a crash is a suspect in another hit and run. KOMO 4's Lisa Jaffe reports this time his bail is set at $750 grand.
A mangled mess of metal sits in a Bremerton tow yard, while its last driver, Sydney Wright, sits in jail again.
Yes, ma'am.
Officers say Wright drove recklessly, 80 miles an hour Wednesday night on the winding Belfair Highway.
We're passing people in the no passing zone and on curves.
The suspect's black Tahoe crashed head-on into an oncoming car, sending an alternator and fan belt flying. After the suspect rammed into the red Ford, police say his Tahoe spun out and slammed into a camper being towed. Witnesses at the scene reported that Wright allegedly tried to open the other car's door to see if the people inside were okay, but it wouldn't open.
So then he ran back to his vehicle, took out a backpack and some items, and said, "I'm getting out of here," and ran into the woods.
As police combed the woods, they also uncovered Wright's criminal past and why his license had been revoked. The father of 3 and full-time college student had just served prison time for vehicular homicide, driving recklessly and texting in 2010, killing 6-month-old Enzo Williams, whose grandmother showed up in court.
Well, I was sick to my stomach. I mean, the first thing I thought of was, oh my gosh, it happened again.
Officers tracked the suspect for more than an hour until a canine found him hiding more than a mile back in the brush.
They described him as sort of resigned, like, okay, here we go again.
Wright was treated for dog bites before being charged with vehicular assault and hit and run. If convicted, he could serve up to another 15 years in prison.
I really felt like I needed to be here today to be able to stand up and say, our family has not gotten over this, will not get over it for a long time, if ever, and that he needs to be off the street.
Bremerton's police chief said he doesn't believe drugs or alcohol played a role, just chronic reckless driving. In Port Orchard, Lisa Jaffe, KOMO 4 News.
The only driver to complain of aches after last night's crash has been released from the hospital. The judge said Wright was in Mason County Court earlier this month, accused of driving with a revoked license, and promised not to do it again.